Devontae Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro. Shakur Stevenson fans, let me holler at y'all for a second, bro. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with KQKC Boxing Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I ask that y'all join the channel as a member, drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. The email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking and get into this video, though. So, yesterday, towards the end of my morning after show, I had to address a Shakur Stevenson fan. And since I've done that, I've been thinking about this Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda situation and the state of his fans. And I've also been just thinking about my coverage of Shakur Stevenson. And let me say this, bro. The only people that are being hypocrites about Shakur Stevenson and his performance are Shakur Stevenson fans, bro. Those are the only people being hypocrites that I've seen come across the channel. Because it's like, if you're not saying, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with KQKC Boxing Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But it's as if you're not saying today that Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter in the world, if you're not saying that he fought a perfect fight, then Shakur Stevenson fans are outraged and lashing out at you. And that's what happened to me when I was doing my morning after show with KQKC Boxing Network yesterday. I had somebody come and tell me that I was being a hypocrite for saying the exact same thing that Shakur Stevenson said about himself. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson himself said, I got hit too much in that fight. I was against the ropes too much. I don't want to fight like that again. I want to go back to boxing. And I stated, look, Zepeda had moments in that fight. He fought very well to lead up to start the fight. He hit Shakur Stevenson more times than anyone else has ever hit Shakur Stevenson. He landed a higher percentage of his punches on Shakur Stevenson than anyone that's ever fought Shakur Stevenson. I feel as though if Shakur Stevenson fought somebody more explosive, more talented, with more power, he could be in trouble against them, because I don't think his defense is as great as we were led to believe when he was at 126, 130. Now at 135, he looked easier to hit when he fought the toughest competition of his career than any other time in his career. And so I echo some of the same sentiments that Shakur Stevenson himself has. And for some reason, that makes some Shakur Stevenson fans mad. You can't even compliment the man and say, look, bro, he showed more grit than I thought he had. He showed more heart than I thought he had. He showed a higher willingness to exchange with Zepeda than I thought he would going into the fight. Kudos for that. Salute for that. But here are some things he needs to improve upon. Here are some things that he didn't do well. I would say he was about a 7 or 8 out of 10 that night. And it's like, for some of y'all Shakur fans, if you're not saying the nigga did 10 out of 10, if you're not saying that he did everything perfect in the fight, then y'all want to try to attack somebody, bro. That y'all not gonna bully me into an opinion that I don't have. You're not gonna get me to say some stuff that I don't believe. I've been doing this for far too long, watching boxing, and I'm getting my feet wet. And I've been doing this since 2021, over 4 years now. Starting in January of 2021, making content here on YouTube. Y'all not gonna bully me into saying somebody perfect just because you want me to make you feel good, because you looking for me to validate your favorite fighter, bro. You care about my opinion. I don't care about yours. For a lot of you. Some of you I do. A lot of y'all I rock with, but at the end of the day, I don't care about your opinion enough to change what I see and change what I think, bro. I've been doing this too long and I'm too good at it, bro. And when your fighter is agreeing with me over you, then maybe you should listen to what I'm saying, bro. Y'all kept telling me over and over again that Williams Zepeda fights like Oscar Valdez. And when I told y'all, no, he don't, here are the differences, y'all kept saying I didn't know what I was talking about. But then when Shakur Stevenson leading up to the fight says the exact same shit I was saying, then y'all shut the hell up. I said after the fight that Williams Zepeda, on my short that I did right after the fight, reacting to the fight, gave Shakur his credit. Said, here's what he did well. Here's what Zepeda did well. Ultimately, Shakur pulled it out, but Zepeda had his moments. This was a tough, close, hard-fought fight. I say that I'm a hater or I'm having a bad take. Okay, KO, you don't know what you're talking about. Shakur Stevenson gets in front of the microphone and he says, I got hit too much. He says, I gotta go back to the drawing board and I gotta fix some things. I don't like my performance. The nigga told y'all on camera in the ring after the fight, nah, I didn't do what I wanted to do. I don't like my performance. I got hit too much. But I was trying to prove a point. He told y'all in the post-fight press conference, I gotta get in there, then I gotta get back to boxing. I'll never fight like this again. So how the hell are you telling me he put on a masterclass? How are you telling me that he was perfect on that night? When he's telling you himself he don't never want to fight like that again. He's so unhappy with his performance, he don't want to fight like that again. He's so unsatisfied, I don't want to say unhappy, he's so dissatisfied with his performance, he don't ever want to fight like that again, bro. But when I point out the facts of the fight to y'all, a lot of y'all getting y'all feelings. Do better. Like I said on my live stream yesterday, a lot of y'all got to do better, bro. A lot of y'all got to do better. You can't call somebody a hypocrite because, number one, ain't nothing ever about me ever been hypocritical. Number two, and most importantly, bro, just because you and your feelings about some stuff don't mean I'm going to be in my feelings about mine. We sleep okay whether our favorite fighter win, lose, or draw. We sleep okay over here whether or not somebody we don't like or don't really rock with does well or does bad, bro. I don't care enough about this shit to be sitting up here being all emotional about whether or not a fighter win or lose, bro. I'm going to call it like I see it. And everybody's cool with it with these videos that dropped earlier today when I'm critical of Tank Davis. And I'm holding his feet to the fire and I'm telling him to do better. And I'm saying, here's what you do great. Here's what you do wrong. You saying damn Shakur fans ain't got nothing to say. Oh yeah, knockout keeping it real. But as soon as I say, look, bro, Shakur still look like he ain't got no power. His punches still look like he's slapping with them hoes. Even though he was cracking Zepeda, they didn't affect Zepeda at all. He never stopped Zepeda from coming forward. Zepeda landed on him more than anybody else landed on him. His defense looked like it was able to be penetrated because Zepeda caught him with multiple straight left hands and he was able to hit Shakur Stevenson to the body pretty much when he wanted to. Shakur just landed the cleaner, crisp shots and he was able to take over the fight as the fight went on. That shit makes y'all mad somehow, bro. Get the fuck out of my face, fam. Shakur Stevenson doesn't think he was perfect. So get off his nuts and quit telling him he was perfect and tell the truth. Good performance. Show some things that people such as myself didn't think he had in him, such as dog, such as heart, such as grit against a Williams Zepeda. Now, will he build upon that and continue to show that as he moves forward in his career, or will he go back to boxing? He said after the fight, I'm going to go back to fighting how I fight. I don't like the way I fought this fight. So we'll see what he decides to do, bro. We'll see how he moves against other different fighting styles. But as far as a pressure fighter like Zepeda, throwing a bunch of punches, he dealt with that. He dealt with that, bro, and he did a good job. A good job. But I'm not about to get on my knees for y'all, bro, just because y'all want to hear how great Shakur Stevenson is. Nigga, if you want to hear how great he is, turn your camera on, right? Push play, and you suck him off yourself. I think he's a very good fighter who had a good performance, who still got a lot of things to work on, who I have questions about when he fights more explosive, more skilled athletes that can match his skill, that are more athletic than him. Because he didn't look as fast as I thought he would look against Zepeda. He didn't look as elusive as I thought he would look against Zepeda. But he was able to fight Zepeda's fight like I thought he couldn't. He was able to deal with Zepeda's pressure better than I thought he would. He was mentally better than I thought he was. But didn't look as good physically as I thought he would look. But yet somehow that's hating to some of y'all. Grow up, bro. Grow up. There's not a single fighter in boxing that's perfect. When we talk about Monster anyway, and we talk about how his defense has holes in it, and how he can be easy to be hit, and how he gets put down, but he gets up and fights like a dog, y'all ain't got no problem with that. When we talk about Abdullah Mason and how he needs to be patient, and how he has to make sure he keep that hand up to avoid that left hook, and he has stuff to work on after that Johan Vasquez performance, y'all ain't had no problem with that, bro. When I talk about Gervonta Tank Davis and his fight style, how he needs to be more active early in the fight, how he needs to not rush, how he needs to focus the hell up and stop being distracted in the ring and shit, y'all have no problem with those critiques, Shakur fans. When we talked about Jesse Bam Rodriguez and how he got his jaw broken, how he need to focus more on his defense, how he was a little too easy to hit, how he was in the pocket too much, making himself easy to hit, and he had stuff to work on in that regard. Y'all had no problem with those analysis, bro. When we talk about David Benavidez and say he's a slow starter, his feet aren't the best, but he got fast hands. His power, it ain't really that pronounced. He just got to beat you up because he don't really have one-punch knockout power. When we critique David Benavidez, y'all have no problem. David Morrell is one of my favorite fighters, and when I get in front of this damn camera and I tell y'all he played too much in the ring, he need to focus up. He need to quit wasting his talent and take this shit more serious and quit playing around in the ring, because Iman Kataev almost did damage to that ass and almost beat him. Y'all have no problem with that analysis. But if I get in front of this camera and I call Shakur Stevenson anything but perfect, you niggas got a problem. Cut that soft ass shit out, bro. Your fighter ain't perfect. The man's a very good defensive fighter who showed great grit and great heart in that fight. But he was missing wildly with right hooks in that fight. His power didn't look like it was hitting on shit in that fight. William Zepeda was able to cut off the ring and put him in corners consistently in that fucking fight. And he himself alluded to or flat out said all the shit I just mentioned. Get this soft ass shit off my channel, bro. If you can't take real boxing talk, then this ain't the spot for you, homeboy and homegirls. But if you want to hear real authentic boxing talk from a logical perspective, with a little bit of humor into it and a whole lot of real talk, and somebody that will give your favorite fighter the credit that they deserve, whether I like them or not, then bro, this is the right place for you. And Shakur Stevenson gets full credit, not glazing credit. Nigga, there is a difference. Full credit is good performance, showed dog, showed grit, showed heart. Congratulations on the W. Glazing credit is, oh, he's the best fighter in the world. Y'all said we wouldn't do this. He put on a masterful performance. Zepeda didn't win a single round. Shakur won 11 rounds to 1. That's glazing. I'm not doing that, bro. He still showed holes offensively. He showed that he was easier to hit than some of y'all would allude to. Y'all have a nigga believing he a more better defensive fighter than Floyd Mayweather and a better defensive fighter than Pernell Whitaker. Zepeda hit his ass 150 times and landed at the highest percentage that Shakur ever been landed against in his life. That deserves to be pointed out, and you can't call nobody a hypocrite or a hater for doing it, bro. Get that soft ass shit out of here. If you got a problem with it, y'all know when I'm live, and some of you have my goddamn number. I see y'all soon. Peace. Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.